Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have the Affinity for Elf Culture Trio, as well as some gift with purchases polishes that we'll be releasing from LynB Designs on November 23rd. If you'd like to get the gift with purchases polishes for a really good price, go ahead and join the LynB Designs fan group. I will link them down below. There will also be a coupon code available on the 23rd that will take 50% off all of the purchase prices. It will be coupon code TURKEY. I'll leave that in the description box as well. I'll go ahead and link LynB Designs social media and storefront down below, and these were sent to me for review. So first up is my favorite from the trio. This is Headedinny Muggins, and this will retail for $10 before the coupon. It is described as a pale silver base with shifting shimmer that changes from pink to yellow to green and scattered hollow shimmer. So this polish is extremely gorgeous in direct sunlight. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Headedinny Muggins swatched on my natural nail. So here is a one easy coat. This one does have a nice formula. It is a little bit sheer though, so I had even coverage. I'm going to let this dry and then build it up with a second coat. Here is a quick second coat. I am going to go ahead and do a thicker second coat because this polish is a little bit sheer. At 2 coats, it's still not completely opaque for me, but it has built up that shimmer and that silver up a ton. I'll let this dry and then come back in for one more coat. So here is a third and final coat. This polish did a great job at not being brush strokey. It is very metallic silver. It does have all that shift in there as well as the hollow. You can't really catch the hollow until you get it in direct natural lighting, but it is stunning. So here is a look at the completed mani before top coat. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So next up is You Don't Smell Like Santa, and this one will retail for $10 as well. It is described as a deep red jelly base with a blue to purple shift and a hollow shimmer. So that blue shift in there is really strong. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how You Don't Smell Like Santa swatched on my natural nail. So here is one coat. This one would go on nice and evenly. It didn't run or pull. It wasn't too thick or too thin. It is a little bit sheer though, so I will let this dry and then come back in for a second coat. So here is a quick second coat. This is going to build that red jelly up a bit, but it still didn't bring it opaque for me. It did add some hollow as well as some shimmer. Really pretty. So I'll let this dry and then come back in for a third coat. I'm going to do a nice thick third final coat, and this will bring this one completely opaque. So here is a look at the completed mani before top coat. This one does dry down fairly glossy, but a good top coat will help seal in all of that hollow and really bring it out. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. The last polish of the trio is Son of a Nutcracker. This will retail for $10 as well before coupon. It is described as a bright green linear hollow with a hint of golden shimmer. So this is a bright grass green linear holographic polish. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Son of a Nutcracker swatched on my natural nail. I would describe this as more of a jelly base. It did start out pretty sheer, but it went on nice and evenly, really smooth, no problems at all. It's just going to take a bit to build this one up, so I will let this dry and then come back in for a second coat. Here is the second coat of Son of a Nutcracker. This does deepen it up a bit, but you can still see quite a bit of nail line here, so I will let this dry and then come back in for another coat. So this is my third coat. I am going to go in for a nice thick third coat. In some lighting, I could still see a hint of nail line, so you might want to layer this over a green cream. I think it's really pretty on its own though, so here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. Here's a view from a different angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. Next up is He's an Angry Elf, and this is one of the free gift with purchases polishes. To get this polish for free, all you need to do is spend $25. It's described as a black jelly base with subtle hollow shimmer and iridescent micro shimmer. It does look like it has some blue glitters in there as well. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how He's an Angry Elf swatched on my natural nail. So again, this is in a bit of a jelly base, so one coat is pretty sheer, did go on really easily, no problems at all there. It's just going to be one that you need to build up. If you want to get this for a good price all on its own, be sure to join the LynB Designs fan group. So here is the second coat. It does build that black base up and adds a ton of that hollow. It's just not completely opaque for me at 2, so I will let this dry and come back in for a third coat. So here is a quick third coat. I am going to do a nice, thick, careful third coat. And this brings this one completely opaque for me. It is really gorgeous. It's one of my favorites out of all of these. So here is a look at the completed mani before top coat. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat, and this is just insane in natural sunlight. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So next up is Sea of Swirly Twirly Gumdrops, and this is a $50 free gift with purchase polish. If you'd like it all on its own, be sure to join the fan group. It is described as a bright and colorful glitter mix in a pale blue corelli base. So this is a gorgeous corelli. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how Sea of Swirly Twirly Gumdrops swatched on my natural nail. It is acrylic, which means it's in a sort of jelly-like cream base. I did have to brush those glitters out a little bit just to get them spread out on the nail. This first coat did go on nice and evenly, but it is sheer, so I'll let this dry and come back in for a second coat. So here is my second coat. I am going to do a nice thick second coat with Corellis. I really like to build them up as quickly as possible. At 2 coats, I had amazing coverage with this one. I did go ahead and do a third just to show you what it looks like. 2 coats, though, adds a lot of depth and nice coverage. So here is a look at a third and final coat. And this does just deepen it up a little bit and brings it just a tiny bit more opaque. With Corellis, I think it's really important to use a good top coat to make that top layer of glitters look a little bit more cohesive with the rest. So here is a look at the completed mani before top coat. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So next up is You Sit on a Throne of Lies, and this is the $75 gift with a polish purchase. You'll get this free if you spend $75. It is described as a shimmery gingerbread colored base with bronze galaxy hollow and a copper shimmer. So I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how you sit on a throne of lies, swatched on my natural nail. So here is one easy coat. This one does start out pretty sheer but nice and even. You do get a ton of that hollow as well as shimmer. So I'll let this dry and then come back in for a second coat. So here is a quick second coat. I'm going to do a nice thick second coat, but this does bring this one completely opaque. Really pretty mix of a shimmer and metallic and hollow. Very fall. So here is a look at the completed mani before top coat. That hollow really shines in this one. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So lastly today I have Does Somebody Need a Hug, and you'll get this polish free with a $100 purchase. It's described as a deep purple jelly base loaded with ultra chrome flakies that shift from copper to gold to fuchsia. I also caught some blue and green in there as well. Really gorgeous polish. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how Does Somebody Need a Hug swatched on my natural nail. This is another jelly polish, so it's going to take a bit to build this one up. One coat went on really easily. I did have to fumble a little bit to make sure that the flakies were nice and spread out. And I did do a bit of a thicker first coat. So you can see there I'm just kind of repositioning the flakes. I did do a little bit off camera in between this first and second coat, so you'll notice some indiscrepancies. So here is the second coat. I am going to do another nice thick second coat, and this builds it up for sure. I love the jelly base in this. It really helps it be opaque quicker. You could always use this as a topper as well. So I'll let this dry and then come back in for a third coat. Again, I'm going to do a nice thick third coat. This polish is definitely worth it. The effect is crazy on the nail. It has tons of shift. Really pretty. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. A good top coat is going to help smooth this out, and these are going to look amazing matte as well. So here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat, and you can see when I push my nails all the way down, you get even more of that shift. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, and once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So that wraps up my swatch and review of the Affinity for e.l.f. Culture Trio, as well as the free gift with purchase polishes. If you haven't tried indies, again, I'll say I think that LynB Polishes is a great way to kind of transition into that super affordable, really great polishes. If you'd like to see more photos, I do have those available on my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com, or you can follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.